worst thing you can do is get complacent in life.
Absolutely.
And success don't mean the money and all that. You want to be peaceful.
You always doing something to further our youth, and I love that. Success is gonna find you working. I can tell your eyes is lit up. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna take advantage of them. I'm going to protect them.
But if this ain't clear, I'm telling you, you would never be to your full potential. You would never be able to play fast. If you truly believe in yourself and believe in God, no matter what you do, you can do it.
Welcome back to another episode of Chosen Global's Unplugged with Pam, where we not only amplify voices, but share powerful stories. And I am so excited to share with you one of the most probably impactful conversations that we're going to have on this podcast this season with the one and only Dominique Rodgers Cromartie, aka Mr. Ooh himself, very much known as DRC. I am so happy that you're here with us today. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling.
Yes, I'm great. Instantly better. Thank you so much for being here with us. You have such a powerful story, and I got to meet you earlier this year at our Mental Health Matters conference. And a lot of people know of you. You know, I know you from Bradenton. We know you're a Hall of Famer. You're NFL champion, but more than everything, you know, you're a dad, you're a man, you're someone that is an advocate for empowering our youth, for not only building business, but you're someone that is just embodies the essence of what it means to just be someone that is constantly working at it. Every time I always see you working, whether you with your kids, whether you are coaching, whether you're on the field working on yourself, I always see you putting in work. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are. I know you're from Bradenton, but tell them a little bit about you, and yeah, excited to get this going.
To be honest, like you said, Dominique Rodgers Cromartie from Bradenton, Florida. You know, I was born with a non-dysfunctional kidney. You know, so from an early age,
Wow.
I was hit with, you know, what they call trials and tribulations. You know, and I think that kind of helped me. You know, it kind of pushed me to be better, and I always want to be better because you told a lot of no's that you can't do with just having one kidney. So I always kept that in my mind, and I always told myself, I got to do something different, be something different, and be more. So just growing up, I always kept it in my mind. And no matter what came at me, all I know is work, work, work until something happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like my grandma. She used to always tell me, because she's always wondered why she always wanted me to go to church. She said, just keep showing up till something happens. So that's kind of like life, man. I'm not going to complain much. I'm just going to keep working.
Yeah.
And I know eventually from that work, something's going to turn around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's so powerful. So even growing up with a dysfunctional kidney, how was that like? You know, you talking about trials and tribulations, like very, very early on, and you go on to accomplish all you did as an athlete. Like, what were some things that you kind of had to unplug from, or just even growing up?
You got to keep all the doubt out your mind. Because you get this cluttered, man, it's hard to move forward. You know,
Yeah.
It's tell you, man, you got to have a clear mind. But just growing up, knowing that I couldn't play, and then once I got the stipulations, okay, you got to do this, that, and the third to play. You know, at first I started careful, you know, wearing the rib cage, and as I got older, man, I started saying to myself, man, if I'm gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
And don't even think about it, just do it. So growing up, man, like I said, I wore the stuff, and then as I realized I had a little success, I'm like, okay, man, it ain't as bad as I thought it was, you know, and still getting checked up, still doing it, but having fun. And that's when I fell in love with just the game. See, I tell people all the time, man, it's more than just playing. Like, I love it. That's why you see me to this day.
Yeah.
You're going to see me doing something, because it's a want to. I want to do it. I love doing it. So I'm going to continue to do it.
Absolutely. I love that. So even would you say that there was some, like you said, you had to unplug from that doubt, you had to kill that doubt, that seed of doubt, but also just the limiting belief of, man, I needed this kind of armor on to play, to be able to perform, and tapping in, also plugging into faith at a young age. You know, thank God for those praying mamas and grandmothers I love how you just correlated like the faith to just the game of life, or just even success in itself. Because a lot of people, you know, we were talking about earlier, it's like they see the glory, but they don't really know that there's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's powerful in itself too, because it's like a lot of people see this Hall of Famer, this superstar, you know, they see all of these things and they're like, yeah, he's been through some trials and some tribulations also. So you realize that you love the sport so much, And talk to us about what that journey was like, you know, playing in school to playing in the pros. You know, you went to a HBCU Hall of Famer today. Like, that's major. Congrats by that.
It was tough. I'm gonna be honest. It was real tough because I was a smaller guy. You know, I didn't have my growth spurt to my junior year, so I always was like the little guy on the field that just had so much heart that you just put him in here and there just to keep him like quiet. You know, when hey man, I want to play, man, you too small, get back. But a lot of guys I grew up was way bigger than me. So, you know, where most kids today, they'll take that disappointment and sit in it. You know, I use that as fuel in my fight. I kept working. I just kept working. And I told myself, someday somebody gonna give you a chance. And when that chance comes, I'm gonna be ready. That's why every opportunity that's been presented to me, I jumped it.
Come on.
Flying colors. So even in high school, you know, I went to 5 different high schools.
Wow.
I moved with my dad because he's been in college sports for my whole life. You know, he's been a college coach. He's a college athletic director. He's been at all the big schools. So he knew the way to get to where I wanted to go. So I moved with him from my mom down in Bradenton. I moved up to Orlando and I would start a school there. Now, Orlando being bigger than Braven, it's a lot more people, a lot more competition. So me not being from there, they really didn't know me. So I really had to earn my way again. But it took me 3 years to earn my way. So when I was there, I was sitting the bench for 3 years, but I never quit. I never gave up. I never complained. What I did was during practice, I took practice for but that would make me a great worker. So I took practice as my game. So the guys that would start every chance I get, I tried to make a name off for him. When some people gonna say, "Oh, he's doing too much. He wasn't a practice guy." No, I was playing the game. So when a game come, I was gonna be ready. So then my senior year, I'm like, I'm just gonna go back home. You know, smaller city. And they know me down there. Then I had to grew like 6 inches. Now I'm over 6 foot.
Okay.
And I don't really feeling myself. So I moved back home and I went to a school that's probably been open for about 4 years, a new school. So recruits wasn't really coming around to see us. You know, definitely had a decent, real good senior season, but didn't have no scholarships. And like I said, my dad been in athletics for him my whole life. He had a friend at Tennessee State that when he was coaching at Bethune-Cookman, they was roommates. He was on the football, the coach was the football coach. My dad was the basketball coach. So he was like, "Hey man, I got a son he can play, man." And I remember he came down and he seen me run. And he was like, "Man, I don't know much about it, but I know you can run. So I'm gonna give you a chance to come play for me." So when I got up, like literally in my mindset, I said, "Man, they gave me an opportunity. I got 4 years to change my life. Do it." And I am like, I mean, don't get it wrong now, because I'm not that good. Like I had my time, but for you can ask anybody, you couldn't get me off my path though. I knew teachers thought I was crazy when I was coming in my freshman year. Even players, I'm telling people around campus, I said, man, I was there passing through, man. I'm really passing through. I'm going to the league, man. They were like, "That nobody come from HBCUs." This, that. I kept hearing that, but I just kept telling that. You can ask anybody that ever know, but they'll tell you, "Blown always talking about he going to the league, man. He just here." And I really believed that. And I really worked like this. I wasn't just good. I had that work ethic too.
Yes.
In practice, I was going to let you know that you couldn't do nothing with me. And I really, the worst thing to do is get complacent in life.
Absolutely.
That's why I kind of got the league. I got there. I had a lot of success and I kind of got like, it's just ain't. But I got back to it. That's why to this day, you won't always see me working, because that's what got me there.
Wow. So there's so much to unpack in your story. And I love that because there's so much depth to it. You know what I mean? And so even you growing up saying, "Hey, I'm moving around." People sometimes when they're moving around and they're in a new city, they're in a new school, you know, as kids are evil these days. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day it was worse. We didn't have the social media stuff. So even you just unplugging from the, like you said, the timidness or even just the fear of, man, I'm in a new city, I'm in a new school, nobody knows me. Man, that's a limiting belief that you kind of just said, "You know what, I ain't even going to entertain that." Right? And then even going saying, "Man, I'm not necessarily the biggest, but I'm going to put in that work." You know, so also another limiting belief that you're like, "You know what, they could say I'm not whatever size, but I know where I'm going." And you could tell from just even a young age, you just always had that mindset. I always say your mindset is where your mind sits. You know, what you focus on the strongest becomes the strongest. The longest becomes the strongest. And you could tell even when you had that belief in you from you stay ready, you ain't have to get ready, because you're like, you had such a high level of belief that was something that you plugged into from a young age. And that's so powerful, because you see a lot of people that are just like, "Well, I'm going to just wait for when my moment comes." But you're not working while you're waiting. So waiting season doesn't have to be a wasted season. You know what I'm saying? So you put in that work. So when the opportunity came, and again, your dad knew somebody or whatever, but you was putting in so much work that there was like, I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to do something because you don't stop working. And you knew that you had that level of belief that whether your teachers didn't believe in you, whether the coaches didn't believe in you, whether the classmates, the players, it didn't matter who didn't believe in you, because you believed in not only yourself and the gifts God gave you, but you also believed in where you were going. And I think that's so much powerful, because it's like, you got to have that vision for your life. I believe that you have to have a vision for your life that's bigger, that's greater, that's stronger than anything, because that vision for our lives is what's going to pull us when motivation can't push you. And like you said, it's not that say I'm not having fun, because you was having fun like a teenager, like a kid, like a young athlete, right? You was having fun, but you was like, I'm tunnel vision. As much fun as I'm having, like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Like those are temporary things. Like what I'm focused on is the prize. You know what I'm saying? That's so powerful. Talk to me about even when you're in the league now, showing up.
Let me say this.
Yes.
I want kids to understand, man, that you're going to always have something in front of you, man. Like, I had to, unplugged from my college days of just being, I was a wild boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I leave the club and go work out at assistant. You could catch me on the hill.
Wow.
But you could also catch me in the club with my shirt off. Like, I got kicked out of school twice. Wow. By Tennessee State. So I just want them to know that I had to refocus. But that's life. You got to always, when stuff starts going, you got to always sit back and refocus and understand what really truly matters to you. And I had to just fall back from a few people and just grind. And that's what I did. And it got me through. And
wow.
It got me through alone. So leaving this college, man, you don't hear HBCU guys going in the first round.
Yeah.
But see, they gave me an opportunity. They gave me a chance to go to the Senior Bowl. And the Senior Bowl is the best. That's where you got the LSU, the Florida, the South Carolina and stuff.
Yeah.
You got everybody there, the best of the best. And they invited me there. And I never forget. Now, my dad, he's big on appearance and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He made me wear a suit to the meeting. So when I walked in there, I was already late because I was a late add-on. So when I walked in, I could see guys laughing and looking at me like, man, bro, in the suit, because everybody got on the sweatsuit, they cheered.
Yeah.
They just don't know I was there for business. And by the end of that game, I was the most valuable player.
Come on.
I got the trophy for being the best player there.
Come on. Let's go.
It just, when you know that you meant for something greater, you got to tap into. Don't be scared of it. You got to tap into it. See, I don't look for validation in other people. My validation comes from my family and my friends who were my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody else, I don't have to put on something for you. That you don't move me.
That's right.
I'm motivated. That's why I've always been chill and comfortable in myself and in my own skin.
Yes.
That's why you can see me in the club dancing where more people in there might be looking at me. No, I'm gonna be me.
Yeah.
And I ain't worried about some disrespecting me, trying, but nothing. I'm just gonna be me. And you gotta live life for you, man, because life's short.
Yeah.
I just left last weekend. My college roommate, I had to bury him. I had to sneak out his funeral.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
And it hit home because we young. We young. So why waste time? Don't get it, man. That's why when I talk to kids, man, you can't tell me it's a system. The man want to keep you there. I don't want to hear none of that because it's a way around it. But you got to truly believe. That's why I said you got to truly believe it. Like that thing that says faith without works is dead. That's true.
Absolutely.
Like you can believe a little bit, but if you ain't doing nothing and understand when you do it, don't think it's just gonna happen. Like it's gonna be hard.
Absolutely.
You gotta have the mentality to push through it. I'm telling you, if you do that, I promise you're gonna be successful in life. And success don't mean the money and all that. You wanna be peaceful. And they gonna feel miserable.
That's good. Say that again.
Man, they don't understand. Peace is for real. Stress will kill you.
Yes. Amen. That stress is what brings the cortisol. That is the stress hormone, and that is the killer. And that is the biggest contributor to diseases, biggest contributor to just uneasiness. I always say dis-ease is dis-ease in your body. So, let's back up a little bit because you said some gems there, and I want to make people catch this because it's so powerful. And I love how you're such an advocate for the youth, and that's one of the main reasons too. Like, you're not only an advocate for men and for women, but you're just such an advocate for the youth, and you're not somebody that just talks about it. I see you. You know, you coaching, you doing this, you always with your kids, like you always doing something to further our youth. And I love that because that is something I've been in kids ministry for over 20 years. And that's something that's just near and dear to my heart as well. And I love something that you said. You're like, you know, being in Tennessee State, you know, typical in HBCUs, like they're not getting drafted into the league, not on the first round. And you're like, it's not to say you didn't have fun. And it's not to say you didn't even fall off for a little bit. And not necessarily you fell off, but you just kind of, you was having fun. You was in college. You was living the college life. What we supposed to do when we in college, you know, being a kid or just even being an adolescent, you know, being an athlete and just living in the life and just also just being present and enjoying your college years because you don't really get to do that again. But I love something that you said that you're like, it's not to say that you don't have fun, but you was in the club dancing and then went straight to working out at 5 or 6 in the morning, or whether you was running the hill. There's like, you could catch me in the club, but you could also catch me on the hill right after. And that was powerful because it just shows not only your work ethic, but your dedication and your commitment to your commitment to your vision, your commitment to your belief. And also it was like, even though you was like, all right, I may be partying too much, you caught yourself. You caught yourself and you was like, all right, let me refocus. Let me get my focus on. And this is where I'm going. And something else that you said, again, stay ready. You don't got to get ready. Everybody else, I think you call it the Senior Bowl, right? The top colleges all over, the top leagues, everybody. And everybody's chilling in their sweats, but you came in there prepared for business. Preparation is key. A lot of people think that, oh, success is just going to find you because, no, success is going to find you working. Success is going to find you putting in that work, grinding. And you also was like, yes, you stay ready so you didn't have to get ready, but you also had a level of expectancy. You had a level of expectancy that is like, y'all can laugh at me, but I'm going to be the one laughing later because I'm coming here prepared. I'm coming here, y'all going to remember who I am in a suit. While everybody else in here in sweats, I always tell people like, dress how you want to be addressed. You know, my mother everybody of my friends used to always be like, you know, the Dominican coming to church because she dressed from T and it's like my friends would be in jeans or whatever. And I was like, it's not to say you can't go to church dressed like that, but my mother always was dressed to the T, made sure we was dressed to the T. It's like, I'm going in there to do business with God. Like going in there to do business with Jesus. You better believe I'm going to be dressed to impress. And it's not, like you said, it's not necessarily to impress anybody else, but it's more so to make that sense of impression upon yourself. And you only get one time to make that first impression. Like one time. And you was like, I'm going to be prepared for that. I'm going to be prepared for that. And that was, I think, you know, also the differentiating factor. So you also not only had to unplug from limiting beliefs and different things, whether it be pertaining to your health, pertaining to your size, but also just different habits that you was in, like, because you were like, all right, this party habit ain't going to be the one that's going to get me to where I want to go. Right. And also just plugging into that mindset and that work ethic, man, that work ethic is crazy. That work ethic is crazy. That work ethic is crazy. So talk to us now, you in league, like what was this like? Well, talk to us about what this experience was like. I can tell your eyes is lit up.
Because I wish I had somebody. I can't say I wish I had somebody, because I had people to talk to, but I wasn't going to talk to them. Like my mom and dad and stuff, but I never had a brother, like an older brother to tell me this, that, and how to go about and carry myself. See, I told you I'm free spirit.
Yeah.
Like, I hang good. Like, so when I got there, now you got to think. Now I got the money.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you know, when you first get there, like I tell everybody, you got to hang out a little bit. It's only, you don't work that hard. I was hanging out.
Yeah.
I was hanging out. And so when I get there, my rookie, and not only was I hanging out, like my first year, we go to the Super Bowl, and I'm balling. Like I'm on the field. I'm a rookie. Playing in the Super Bowl, everything seemed like it's going good. I'm talking about, so with a group of guys right here, it said 3428, we got it tatted on us. This is our apartment number that we stayed in Tennessee, at Tennessee State. So we got ours, 4 of us. So our whole thing was whoever make it, man, bring everybody with us. So
I love that. No man left behind.
No man left behind. So we all standing out there, we living. I'm talking about we living. They'll tell you, Monday through Sunday, I went out every night my first year. To the point where my homeboy, Trey, he called my mom and said, hey, man, you need to check up on your son, man. The man got us outside every night. Like I was out but I didn't have nobody to tell me because he was like, man, how you going to practice early in the morning? You just got in at 4 o'clock in the morning because it's a want to.
Yeah.
Like I want to play football. So it ain't nothing. I don't care how tired I am. I know for a fact that I got enough in me that when I get there practice, somebody got to see me. Like that's, I really believe that. I really live like that. So I used to tell them, man, ain't nothing be good, bro. You don't want to go lay down? No, bro, let's go, bro. We outside.
Yeah.
Like, well, success to go to the Super Bowl. Okay, now I get my name out there. Second year, same thing. I make all pro. Now I'm in the Pro Bowl. Third year, now mind you, nobody ever said nothing to me.
You just living your life, living your best life.
Good. So the third year, we start losing as a team. Now, you know when you get to losing, they get to doing this.
Mm-hmm. They gonna point that finger.
Now they point that. Nah, Dominique ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. I ain't doing nothing I ain't been doing. I'm still living the same because, see, that's the funny thing about success in your eyes. When you feel like you have it, whatever you're doing, you're going to continue to do it.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong, you just going to continue because that's what you stick to that norm.
Absolutely.
So I get called in the office and the coach tell me, man, I had a couple of your teammates feel like they can't play with you. You getting the big head. They don't think you work as hard. See what I work so hard that what might look like I'm lackadaisical to you is because it's easy to me because I have fun while I'm working. So you think I'm working, but it's just, I'm working. I'm telling anybody why I work because I believe they thought, they're like, oh, he's not practicing hard. He's not doing this. No, it just comes easy because I do it so much. So I'm in there confused because anybody know me, I'm a frontline guy. Like if I'm gonna come straight to you. So I felt like you couldn't come to me as a brother. That hurt my heart. So I'm a live wire. I'm a little firecracker. So I start coach in the middle of his speech. I was like, hold on, come be right back. I go downstairs and I kick the whole door in. Boom.
It's on.
Man, what's up? So everybody, oh, what's going on? Nah, I heard a lot of y'all, I'm cussing. Y'all don't want to plant me. Y'all don't want to plant. So everybody acting like they don't know what they talking about.
Yeah, they knew.
The dog standing there like, no, you're not. Tell them how y'all feel about him. So everybody just been, I said, so nobody want to play. So don't nobody notice. So I left football. I would stop playing. I just quit. I just walked away. I said, don't worry about it. Y'all ain't got to pay me. I'm gone. I walked home. I'm talking that walk was so long. My mentor, he was like my mentor. To this day, he always check on me.
Yeah.
He was like a father figure to me. He was up in Arizona just visiting, going to the game that week. And he picked me up on the way, man. I think I missed like 2 days of practice. And then the coach come back. He was like, come and answer nobody's phone. Because when I'm here. I'm so headstrong. Like when I'm there, I'm there. Ain't nothing nobody can do. So you got to let me. So.
Let you fill it out.
Yeah, let me fill it out. So 2 days ago, by the coach come back. He said, hey, man, you got too much upside. You too good of a talent to just throw it away because people feel a certain way or we not get what we need out of you. He said, man, I could trade you at the end of the year. And I ain't gonna lie, from that time on, I've never been the same.
Wow.
I've never been the same. Like people talk about, oh yeah, he was good, how good I was. Yeah, but I promise you, I can tell you I never reached my potential. Never. Over the 12 years I did, because I always had in my mind, man, I'm straight on people. Because like I said, I pride myself in, I don't be late to meetings, I don't miss practice, I'm gonna show up, and I'm playing every game, I don't get hurt.
Right.
I'm gonna do all the stuff that I need to do. And for people to not feel like they could come talk to me, I had to feel like, well, what am I doing that you can't come talk to me? Because everybody know I am a live wire now because I'm a competitor.
Right.
You see an attitude. Absolutely. It's not that. I don't wear my, let's say you wear your heart on your sleeve. Yeah, but I'm a competitor. I don't like to lose. I know the work I put in. So when stuff ain't going right, I'm not a hee-hee, ha-ha kind of guy. Like,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, you can't just come over and be like clowning with me. No, man, I'm trying to focus and see what's going on. So I quit the, hey man, come on, bro, chill, old man. So they took that as, oh, he not a good team leader. I'm like, hi, man. Everything y'all ask for, I do. I'm the first person to get everybody outside of the football. I coordinate all the stuff. We go hang out in. Like, see me like a real brotherhood, bro. Right. So when people come, it messed up me and then when I get traded to the Eagles, I mean, it was just so much stuff going on there that I could never get my mind right. Wow. And then I'm away from family. One thing about me, I don't like being away from home from Florida. Yeah. Not even a little bit. So just being in them different states, playing in Denver, and I was never the same player when I felt like coach, I really felt like they let me down. Like, man, y'all come talk to me. So I was always in my head. So you can ask any coach that got me after that, they'll tell you, he can play some football, but that dude was a head case.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm telling the coach, say, I don't know whether you're going to come in here and blow up the building or you're going to come give everybody a hug. We just don't know with you.
Yeah.
And that's how I was, man. I played the rest of my career like that. And that's why I try to target you so much. Cause if I could get your mental right now, like, you know, my mental was strong and stuff, I still had that little chip on my shoulder where I was angry.
Yeah.
Everybody kept overlooking me. Just kept overlooking me. And it was like, how many hurdles I got to jump? I done did. Like, I'm trying to be everything you want me to be, and it's still not working. You feel it still? Okay, well, don't worry about it. And
yeah.
That's why I try to tell them, man. Because at the end of the day, in that realm, it's their world anyway.
Right.
So my dad always tell me, you gotta learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
And she ain't know how to play the game. I was just,
yeah.
It's because the money didn't do nothing for me.
Right.
So I'm gonna be me. So like if I was one of those guys who, okay, I gotta have the money and this, that, and third, I probably would have been shaped up but nah, like I told my coach, I said, man, I shovel shit before I let y'all keep trying me now. Y'all this don't mean nothing to me. Y'all can have this, man. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be good regardless.
Yeah.
I know how to work. I know how to live life. Like, I know you see this, but this came later. I saved my mama my first 9 years. First I did was bought her house and stayed with her. I ain't spend no money. I was chilling because that type of stuff didn't excite me. I'm a hole in the wall kind of guy anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be in the clubs. You probably ain't gonna go in. I'm gonna be in there chilling.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't about the fame or the money.
It was just about the respect. And I just felt like I wish I had somebody to grab me up. But it also helped me because whenever I got to a team from Denver, I wouldn't say Philly in Denver. When I got to New York, anytime I had somebody like the New Year's, when I spent my 5 years in the time New Year come, I take a rookie under my wing and I have them living with me. You ain't got to spend them, man. Save your money, man. I'm going to show you the ropes, man. I'm going to show you how to do this. Anytime I take and go out, I show them how to live. Like, they'll tell you, man, to this day, everybody love Coach because I didn't want that to happen to the young
somebody else.
Yes, to somebody else. So I did was taking people under my wing to this day. But that's why I think I'm so involved in the youth, because it's too many avenues, and it ain't got to be just sports. It's just too many ways for you to make it, man.
Absolutely.
Get out your head. Get out your way. Don't let nobody tell you, man, you can't do it. You can, bro. I'm telling you. You talking about somebody who I don't like to read. I don't like to do nothing. But I'm going to do it to get where I got to go.
Yeah.
So that
if it's necessary, you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Man, there's so many things. And I love that. And I could definitely just continue to talk to you because it's so real, and that's why I was excited to do this, because I knew it was going to be a real conversation more than anything. And when we talk about, unplugging from certain things, even though you're like, I had to unplug from whatever their opinion was, because it was like, I didn't really, like, that hurt you, it hurt you because you're like, we have a brotherhood. So how you can't come to me? Like, if you're going to go talk about me, come talk to me. Right. Especially if we could party together and we could play together and I'm the one that's rallying behind y'all to show you could do something, and also like putting more belief in you and help you get to your goals. Like, why can't we have a conversation? And even though you're like, you weren't the same since, I think that shifted your awareness and your perspective. But as much as you could probably feel like, man, you weren't too trusting to people and to maybe just even build those relationships, you kind of still were, but just in a different way, because you're like, you know what happened to me, I'm not going to let happen to anybody else. So I love that about you, because a lot of people are just like, man, I'm jaded by people. I don't trust people. I'm never going to trust people again. I'm never going to trust brotherhood again. I'm never going to believe in people again, but you're like, I may not trust you to a full extent. However, I'm going to still love my brother. I'm not going to take it out on the next person that comes. So it's like you still unplug, from, limiting beliefs and opinions and situations that were defining moments. Like you said, that was a defining moment in your career, beyond your career, in your life, because to you, it wasn't about the glitz and the glamour and the money and the fame and all of these things. It was about the brotherhood. It was about you also knowing that anything I put my mind to, I'm going to do them, but it's the team, and the fact that when even you, it's not how many athletes you could really be like, you always clowning the new person, whether it's in ball or it's in business and anywhere. There's like, this person a rookie. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. They're a little green, you know what I'm saying, behind the ears, the little wet behind the ears. It's like, they're going to take advantage of them. But I love that you're like, nah, I'm not going to take advantage of them. I'm going to protect them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to lead them. I'm going to also be like, save your money. I got you. And there's so much just power in that. And it's such a powerful story, because it's like, you didn't want something, is like, talk about love thy neighbor. You know, you didn't want something to happen to somebody that happened to you. And you're like, even though it happened to me, I may not trust y'all to the full extent, but I'm gonna still love on people. I'm gonna still lead them in the right direction. And I think that is so powerful. So talk to us about just even, you know, any other defining moments in your career or just in life, period.
What really shaped me, like I said, just being, mind you, they call me 4-5 get live in college. You know, and what really
4-5?
4-5 get live.
4-5 get live. Okay.
So what really made me is, no matter how good I was, they were still willing to get rid of me. And that's when it all set in, because you hear talks of, and you got potential to go sit in here, But I told you, off that field, I was living life. I'm telling you, I was living life. I got caught doing some crazy stuff. But so the coach brought me in this office. I'll never forget. And the dude was talking about that just passed. I'm 4-5 get live. He's C5 get live. He was number 5, number 4-5. And you look at it in our pictures, I wear these things under my eyes. This side got number 5, this side got number 45. We were like this, 1-2 punch. So, but we was a team, you know. So when he brought us in, he was from Nashville. So he told him, hey man, you can go home. And he put that bus ticket in front of me, that Greyhound bus ticket back to Bradenton, Florida, from Nashville. It kind of stayed. That's when reality set in. And that's why I told Five, I said, hey man, we got to tighten up, man. They need more out of us. They need more out of us. And that's why anybody that came in 2004 can tell you, we like literally 40 deep, and we still like this.
Wow.
Like we all came together and we held each other accountable. I don't care how good, if you were slipping or doing something on or off the field, we were so much of a brotherhood that we could tell you, no, you can't go in the game right now. You got to sit out and pay for that mistake, but you tripping, bro. Sit out this series. Like, we held, that was kind of team he was. Wow. But when he told me I was going home, true story. I'm telling you, my daddy liked that. Like, he one of them ones. Yeah, he one of them ones. So
he gonna play no games with you.
He only had to whoop me one time in my life, and that's all I needed to realize there's certain people I don't play with.
Yeah.
So I guess the coach that brought me up there, he getting fed up with me at this point. So he said, don't worry about it. See, at that point, I'm lifting a little weight, so I'm feeling myself. I said, Coach, I'm gonna do it to you, and like, keep playing with me. So he said, okay, you want to fight me? No, okay. So he put me in the car. He take me to the park. Everything I love. So I'm getting ready. I'm thinking I'm finna fight Coach. Here comes this big black dude from around the tree, no shirt on, and it's my dad. I said, oh, man.
Ooh, set up.
Yeah, he done set me up, man. He done called this man way up to college, man. So it's like, you gotta pay attention to life. If you truly believe in something, like whoever you believe in, your Heavenly Father, if you truly believe in that, he gonna put stuff in your life, but you gotta listen. You gotta be aware. See, every time I was going off the rocker, he put something in my life to make me refocus, to make me say, hey, man, this ain't, now I'm trying to lay it out for you.
Yeah.
I just can't. You got to walk the right way. But what's promised to you is promised to you. Like, I still did a lot of stuff. Like, I still got a lot of, but I'm telling you, it could have been different. It really could, but it shaped me to be more on the day.
I love that.
And that's why when I'm helping, I'm truly helping. I'm not doing it like, that's why I think we see them, so you don't really see my charity work without promise. So I'm big on that. I'm big in that. And I always volunteer my time, because all somebody need is an opportunity. You never know who might put his eyes on you, because I didn't have nobody to put my eyes on growing up. Like, when ain't nobody make it from where we from for real.
Yeah.
If they did, they got on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to come back and let somebody see you, like, man, if that fool doesn't do it, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So they know. And I was a damn fool for real. Like, for real, I'm telling you. You know I work hard, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones I hung got good.
Wow.
I live life.
That's good. That's so good. And it's so good to have, you know, it's like some parents, they just put the fear of Jesus in you, and it's just like you just know better. And like, I remember even growing up, like my mom just had to raise that eyebrow and I was just like, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems with Benny. And my friends used to call her Benny Blanco from the Brazos because it's like, you know, and we could all have those just defining moments that you're just like, listen, you are not going to throw it all away because you want to be partaking in the stuff that's not serving you. But I love that, you got that awareness and that mindfulness too, that it just allowed you to shift. And I love that you said something too. You're like, you had the faith also, and it's like whatever you believe in is like, is going to come to fruition. But you also know God rewards obedience. God is faithful, but you got to be obedient also to what it is. And those things, they're not happening by chance. They're not happening by chance, and it's like my mom used to say, there's no such thing as coincidences. They're God incidences because God is too intentional to be coincidental. So right? So those things that happened, it was like, there was moments, but it was also for your betterment. And it shaped, like you said, you like, I probably could have done better and I probably done this different, but I wouldn't take it back because it shaped you to be who you are today. And now you're so dedicated to the youth. You're so dedicated to giving back. And like you said, if you can just change one person's mindset, that in itself, it just speaks volumes on your character and just speaks volumes on the heart space and your heart posture. Because as like, if more people just said, man, I don't got to focus on the multitude, on the magnitude. And that's how I've always, you've been in my events and it could be 1 million people there. It could be 100. It could be one person. My thing is like, if God used me to change one, we won. We won. Because if I can make a difference in one, that ripple effect will continue to outlive us. I love that. So talk to us about life after the league, and you're kind of very still involved because you just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations. That was a major. I was seeing the post. I was like. Oh, so fire. Congratulations. How did that feel?
It felt real good because when I first got to Tennessee State, they show us a video of all the greats that came before us from every HBCU. And to sit amongst the same men that I was seeing on that video and said to myself, man, how can I be on one of those guys? How can I have that kind of legacy? And to be drafted and to leave my legacy and be one of the youngest guys that's seen it, man, it's just an honor. It's a blessing. Couldn't even write that story.
Wow. That's so powerful. Even, some people may be like, oh, like you said, a lot of people was counting you out, but you know who counted you in. You already knew the plans God had for you. You already knew where you was going. You're like, it didn't matter how much you deviated from it. You kept your eyes on the prize. You kept your eyes going. Talk to us about how does it feel, even after the league now, after, you're still super heavy in the community. Like you said, you're always, giving back, you're coaching, you're in the youth, you with your kids. Talk to us about fatherhood. Talk to us about your community endeavors.
So transitioning from football just to life now, it's always going to be a struggle because I'm routine. All I know is to get up, work, hang out, work, get up, just over and over. So when you do something for so long, when you get out of it, you just got all this free time, it's hard. Now you
absolutely
doing stuff. You just get you just doing stuff. So I'm trying to figure out. So my first few years now, I'm just doing stuff. My mom was like, hey man, you need to get together now. You just out here doing stuff. I'm out here just literally, you would see me anyway. You be like, man, what he doing now? But now, I think I found my pathway,
that's good.
You gotta be, because I went to school for psychology. I wanted to be a clinical psychologist. I just wanted people to really come in and digest and just talk to me, because not only can I give it to you from a experience or books, but I also give it to you from a biblical standpoint.
Come on.
So I just feel like I'm good at that, and and I could really dive in deep. That's why I said we gotta get to know people for people. Like you gotta really get to know them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so now I'm just doing that with the kids that I train. I really get to know them, their background, where they've been at, what they've been doing, just trying to learn them, and that's been good for me. I'm down at the high school where I'm from in Bradenton at Bayshore High School, giving back my time. The JV coach on the varsity staff, and every time they have like open gyms in the gym with the young kids, I come in there, I talk my trash, I dance with them. They love, like, one thing about it, they can say as crazy as I was, But from every team, from yay high to now, anywhere I walk in, the room just starts smiling because they know it. Like the day I went to play open gym basketball at Copeland. You know, they was already in. I got in the league. When I come there, everybody just stop and just start laughing because they know here come the.
This is about to be the time.
You know, it's about to be the time.
Yeah.
Man. You know, I just try to always do that and try to always be an upbeat person. You know, I don't let too much get to me. You know, your life hard, but I know that someday that sun got to shine again.
That's right.
No matter how many times it rained, that sun got to shine again. So I just weather the storm.
That's right.
So I'm just mentoring, chilling, and then I just had a 2-year-old and 1-year-old. They give me everything I love. Listen.
I love it. I'll be loving to see it. They're not bad. Mischievous, maybe. A lot of energy. I wonder who they get it from.
It gives me a time of my life.
That's so good. I be loving to see it. I be loving to see it. You're so present, seeing you, you know, not only at games, but picking them up, getting them dressed, taking them to eat, all these things. We love to see the behind the scenes all the time. And to know you, even if from afar, is to know that you love your kids and you love people and you show up as you. And I can appreciate that, the authenticity, because it oozes out of you. It does. And we love to see it. So you said something, and I can't just skim right by it, because I believe that was something powerful you plugged into at a very young age. And you mentioned, you're like, you know, my grandma was just like, keep showing up, just keep showing up to church. But you talking about biblical standpoint. Talk to me a little bit about your faith.
Oh, it's I'm nothing without it. I could tell you that right now.
Yeah.
The one thing anybody could tell you is, well, he got this, he got that. They could say he got God in them. Like, I don't just talk it. They could see it. I live it.
Absolutely.
You know, because that's what I revert back to.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody joked me and said I'm gonna be a pastor one day. I told them that ain't my calling. You know, even though
never know, but yeah,
that ain't my calling. even though you know, it feels like I be drawn to that because I done spoken a couple sermons in church.
Come on.
I done hear my own Bible study groups and stuff.
Let's go.
I done did all that. You know, but that ain't my calling. That ain't, I can't say it ain't or it is. But
yeah, right now you don't feel like that.
Right now I don't feel like that. Right now I feel like I'm supposed to be here for the youth.
Yes.
Can I lead the youth to God? Yes, because they'll tell you in my 7-on-7 we do more than just ball now. It ain't just ball. We talk life, and because the ball gonna be ball.
Right.
The X's and O's is X and O's. But if this ain't clear, I'm telling you, you would never be to your full potential. You would never be able to play fast. You might have some success, but I'm telling you, you won't amount to what you're supposed to amount to. So I thought you clear head. Like, that's why I'm big on, hey man, when you're practicing today, you're finna go bowl as a team. Water, man. You got to deal with that, because
that's true.
Outside of this wall, if we ain't cool, we not gonna fight for each other on the field for real.
That's right.
And I was big on that. That's why I had BD night every Thursday in the league. Hey man, I don't tell your wives, tell your girlfriends for this slot to this slot. I'm with Crow, man. We hanging out.
Yeah,
and you got to do it. You got to build up for real. So that's what I'm all about, man. Just bringing people together, man, having fun and just living.
I love that. And it makes such a difference because, like you said, being able to make a difference in the young people's lives, and not only leading with facts, but leading with faith and your experience, and you make it more relatable. You know, I tell people, whether you're a believer or not, is like, you can't come across like you're holier than thou, because God wants us to reach the lost. He wants us to reach the broken. He wants us to reach the people that are living in darkness. And you can't reach them if you think you're always in the light. You got to go into the darkest places. You got to go into those places that people usually are not going to be in, to make the difference that we're called to make. So talk to us a little bit about, what's next, anything that you have on your heart that you want to share with people. Tell us what's next for you.
I had a couple like college offers to coach on some college teams and stuff, but right now I don't feel like that's me right now, because I know the kind of work and dedication it takes. Like, you got to be in there, and now I'm telling you, I lived a long, hard life. I put in a lot of work, so right now I'm chilling. I'm just going with the flow now, but I'm still in like I say, my community, doing my stuff, but for the most part, I want to travel. So traveling is what me. I've been going I've been using the heck out of my passports.
I love it. I love it.
Going everywhere.
Yes.
At first, I told one of the guys I didn't want to leave Florida. That's why I'm never moving from here. But I was the person I played. I came straight home here doing the off-season. I never been nowhere. So now I'm just enjoying life, to be honest.
Yes, as you should. As you should. I love that. Talk to us about the name Mr. Ooh himself. Where that came from?
So it's kind of like it's on and off the field.
Okay.
You know, like, let's say like if I walk into a club or I'm on the field, I make a play and everybody go ooh, or they could see me out dancing and doing like they be like ooh. So it really comes from just hanging out and just balling on the field.
Okay.
You know, it's like everything I like. Most coaches call me legit. See, they messed it up. They call it was jit. You know, when Florida you say jit.
Yeah. They don't know that outside of Florida.
They thought they were saying legit. Like everything he do is just legit. Yeah, so I said, nah, man, I'm Mr. Ooh.
I love that.
Ooh. So it definitely came from just hanging out, being outside.
Being yourself.
Being myself. I'm the guy that's in the club with his shirt off.
Ooh.
Hello.
I love that. And I love also what you're doing with the youth. We were just talking about that. And I think that, you know, people not only, especially growing up, you need somebody that not only you can look up to and because they're successful or because they may have what you want, but somebody that you can relate to. So I'm excited to see all of the greatness that comes off and all of the lives that you continue to impact and transform. Appreciate you. Let's get it. Any final message, anything you want to leave, whether you are talking to our youth or anybody watching this, whether they have a dream or they may have a struggle that they're in right now, or just anything that's on your heart?
I'm going to look in the camera for this. Listen, you're looking at a dude that come from not many resources. You're looking at a guy that work. So I'm here to tell you, if you truly believe in yourself and believe in God, no matter what you do, you can do it. No matter how hard it is, you can do it. But you have to put in the work first. It does not work without working. So I'm here to tell you, if you truly put in the work, you keep going, whether you think it's football, it might not be football. You might play football, start out playing, and then venture over here. But when you get over here, is when you truly step into your life. So just continue to work, man. That's all I can tell you.
Yes, sir. That is a wrap. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, follow, comment, share. Stay tuned. Unplugged with Pam, where we showcase powerful stories, amplify voices, one success story at a time, and take you behind the scenes of success, of greatness. Blessings on blessings. Let's get it.